It's like a French 75.
We had a quick offline wine discussion because the Cam had noticed that the time was frozen, but I don't think that we lost any footage here because it was an hour and 24, but Cam was seeing like 59 minutes or something.
Yeah,
so.
50 something.
So Nick, continue your point.
We're false alarm. We're going to pick right back up. Nick was about to tell us a story.
If we started missing time here, then the podcast would be over because I'd just smash the laptop right in front of these two. But
that is true.
You paid good money for this laptop. You're not smashing it.
Did he, though?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You're not
did.
smashing it, though.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, he did. No, that's my fault.
You might smash it. but you don't smash it.
Anyway, that was a commercial break brought to you by, I don't know, who's your...
The good folks
who's your,
at Matt Baywood's house.
your
Frontier
landscaping
Internet?
company? Your
Oh.
landscaping?
Northern Elite Landscaping.
Northern Elite Landscaping. That is a landscaping company up here that is really good. So go online and check them out.
Yeah, check them out. Get
Nick.
your yard cut.
You should
I prefer not to do long.
tell us your story.
So, quick story. I don't know if I said this or not. If I have, I'm sorry for repeating myself. The reason I started playing organized football, I believe it was 2007, it was 8th grade. This is not the first year I started playing. I started playing in 9th grade. But first game of the year, the big house, the Michigan Wolverines, ranked number 5 in the nation preseason.
Is this Appalachian State?
And they played a little school out of Tennessee called Appalachian State,
Love it.
who were it wasn't called FCS then, it was the Division I AA national champions.
The year before.
Back to back. 2 years in a row.
I picked that, by the way.
And I remember being downstairs in my basement at my house, and because it was the first year we got the Big Ten Network. I believe that was actually the first game ever on the Big Ten Network. And Michigan,
First 2 times those schools have played either, I believe.
yes, Michigan was ranked number 5. They were a 30-plus point favorite. 100,000 people in that stadium.
Was that Darnell Robinson? Year?
No, I believe Chad Henne was the
Chad Henne.
quarterback, with Mario Manningham
Manningham, yep.
as his receiver. And Michigan lost on a blocked field goal. And when I saw them win, I said, I'm going to play football. And I would go to Appalachian State not because I like Tennessee, and I don't like the Appalachian Mountains, but damn it, they inspired me to get into football. Now, would I go for football? No, I would go play rugby there. And I would start, if they don't have one, I don't know if they do or not, but I would start the rugby program at Appalachian State. Because I think black and yellow rugby uniforms are chef's kiss, fire, and yeah, that one hit. And plus, like, their coach post-game was crying because of how proud he was of his players. I would run through a fucking wall for that coach.
That was
So that's my story.
So for years, I'm gonna give you some background. Nick, you can probably co-sign some of this. So for years, there's been Division I and Division I AA, and there was always a stigma that Division I was so far superior to Division I AA.
Yep.
You can be a D1 athlete, but a D1 athlete looked a certain way, played a certain way, and was not at that level. Better than other people, but not at the Power 5
It was
level.
another jump.
There was another level. That a D1 AA athlete, it was a little harder for them to go pro because maybe their bodies weren't ready. And they needed more work. A D1 athlete, non-AA, like a Power 5 school, those athletes, it seemed like they were plug and play. And you were there 3 years, then you were playing on an NFL roster a year or two later. What happened was Appalachian State opened everybody's eyes with their victory over Michigan. Now, full disclosure, that was not a very good Michigan team. But that's not the point. The point isn't that Michigan lost. The point is that a D1 school lost to a D1 AA school.
In their own house.
In their house. Grand scheme of things, they lost on a block punt or field goal?
Block field goal.
Still, a win's a win. But that's the stigma that we had for years. Now, and then after that, you saw schools not playing D1 AA schools in the beginning of the year because they didn't want that same scenario to happen to them, and they were playing the Division One, the big games at the beginning of the years. However, that backfired because in the BCS era, that loss cost you a chance at the national championship. So it was 6-1, half dozen of the other. The stigma was there. It's kind of why you don't see big schools play each other a lot in the beginning of the year if they don't have to. If it's not a nationally televised game for kick it off, because the one loss did matter. Now you can make it with one loss, and they're more primed to make that scheduling. But in terms of what Nick was going off of, that stigma was there. It is not there as much anymore. Thank you to Boise State, SMU, Houston, all moving up into power conferences. It's a different world.
Yeah.
It is a different world. Nick would have gone to Appalachian State
to play rugby.
Yes, to play rugby. Matt would have gone to Penn State to play football.
For Jerry's and Dustin. No kidding.
Yeah. the way you look, probably.
Whoa.
Wow.
Look like a child who got diddled. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
he said some stuff on here. I'm gonna say it too. So,
Man, you're just gonna let him roast you like that?
No, I got him with something later.
nah, he ain't. We're gonna cut off the
Might
video.
have to roll.
I think I probably would have gone to. I mean, UConn had some down years. I don't know. I would have loved it, but I think personally, I would have gone to Duke or Carolina. Probably Carolina. I'll be honest. I'm not smart enough to get into Duke, but I probably would have gone to Carolina. The Dean Dome, play after Michael Jordan. He comes to the games. Vince Carter, Jerry Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace. I mean,
Tyler Hansborough.
I
He's
would
a
have.
UNC
I
legend.
would have played with Tyler Hansbrough. Probably, I believe. Actually, what is he? 2000.
Was Harrison Barnes on that team too, or is that
No,
after?
Harrison Barnes was the first freshman All-American preseason nominated to not be a All-American. Irony, huh?
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that. I think I would have played because I was 05. I would have been 05 to 09. And I think Hansborough was in
I
there.
think he was there.
I think I would've won.
08, 09,
Yeah, with
somewhere around
Danny Green
there.
and Ty Lawson. Yeah.
What a swab that is.
I would have played, and I would have played against JJ Redick. Had I played basketball in that school, that would have been real. Oh my God, the stories I could tell if that had happened. Except I probably wouldn't know you guys because I would have never gone to the Y, and sure as hell would have never played flag football with Mo. So yeah, it would have been an interesting life. And on that
That's
note,
how me and Cam met, though.
that is
which
how we
is-
met. I did meet through Mo.
How I met you, in theory, because that's how I got into flag football.
Yeah.
Is
So
that how we met?
You and I met playing at DHS.
Yes.
yeah. So you
With
went out to what?
Mike
Mez.
and Keith and Mez.
In Al.
Because I went to high school with
I just saw it
Mez
the
and
other
Keith
day.
and all them. Yeah.
But that is our conversation there.
And I remember I took over quarterback because Al had to leave, and I threw you a deep post route, and then we were cool since then.
It was a little D3.
And you like mossed somebody too. It was like, I just chucked it up. You're like, they don't do that to me around here, and then they started.
So we're gonna go to our last major topic of the night. It's not that major. It's just I know in the last few years we've heard about athletes shutting up and dribbling. Ever since we've heard that, seems like every athlete has a podcast now.
Mm-hmm.
So much for shutting up and dribbling. I love it.
It's content.
It is content, and I love that every
that
athlete.
we get to use.
Yeah, you throw back at people.
Yeah.
But I love that every athlete has their own vision. I love the stories that come out of them. But Matt,
Yep.
athletes,
Yep.
should they use their podcast to push an agenda, or do you enjoy hearing what you're hearing from them? Basically, the stories, the interviews, the questions, and stuff more behind the scenes of whatever their sport was.
So, athletes, specifically Paul George, I'm talking about right now, makes enough money in the NBA not playing that he doesn't need to be making revenue on a podcast. Leave it to the little guy like us. We provide quality content. We will one day have Paul George as a feature on here.
Oh, that'd be great.
Wow.
Then,
Especially the way you talked about him 6 weeks ago.
so
Not me, Paul George.
Yo, I'll
It was-
ask him, what's it like to hit the side of the backboard in a playoff game? There's no fans.
Again, Nick and Matt, not Cam. I will take the autograph and the selfie. Let them.
I would never be in the same room as him.
Yeah.
I would roast him to death.
No, I'm good.
playoff P.
Really, he looks like
Anyway, continue.
habanero.
So, like, I feel like 20 athletes, it's more than that, probably like 250 athletes that we know that have podcasts of some sort or
Yeah.
do a podcast together. I mean, and then there's some that go on radio shows and whatnot too. I think it's overkill. I don't need to watch 25 football players have their own podcast talking about the same thing.
I will say
It's
though.
not diversified enough.
I will say that I don't feel they talk about the same thing, unless it's some major topic.
A lot of them talk about either their dedicated team, which is cool,
Yeah.
but I've seen the same thing talked about on the Barbershop as I do Paul George's podcast.
Oh, the barbershop's the one with LeBron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that one, but still.
Maybe they have the same barber. We get two on the sides.
However, speaking that we were talking about podcasts here, Cam Hayward from the Steelers has his own podcast. By the way, he's holding out because he's old and thinks that he doesn't feel comfortable playing for $15 million a year.
Oh my god, bro.
Gee.
I would play for free Popeyes.
Yep.
I mean, I won't.
Facts.
I'll play for a mill.
I'll play for bro. I would play. I'll play for
I
a
need
4-piece red bean, 2 biscuits, and a strawberry lemonade. I'm on that fucking field.
Hold
I
on
don't
a
give
second.
Fuck.
If Arby's brought back their 2 for $6, would you?
I'd be in that motherfucker like crazy. Shit,
So-
9 nuggets and a Jamocha shake.
That's what I
Man.
mean. Like you're going on your own podcast and negatively impacting your team at the same time. Shut up.
Yeah.
Get on the field. You're making $15 million. This is your last real chance to win a Super Bowl in your career. Get on the court.
Well, this goes field.
Same shit.
This goes back.
Paul George hasn't won shit either. He needs to get on the court too. He's sitting there fucking. You
He looks like he eats his boogers. That's what he looked like.
This goes back to the comment I made a while ago when it comes to billionaires arguing with millionaires.
Wow.
When it comes to athletes not moving forward with their negotiations. I get it. If it's your first one, or your first big one, Trey Hendrickson, I understand.
Free Trey, bro.
Judge.
Cam
Jamar
Hayward
Chase
is like
understood.
38 years old.
Some athletes who got more years behind them than they do in front of them. I'm assuming you didn't save your money if you're trying to nickel and dime the people.
Keep that in the room with your agent and the team.
Yes.
You don't need to go on your podcast and put it on blast.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Nick,
Yo.
everybody, as Matt said, has a podcast. We have a podcast. As you said, we hear their podcast and we come back and talk about it on ours.
Hell yeah.
Should athletes use their podcast for their own personal gain, or do you enjoy hearing what you hear?
I mean, I'm cool with it. Everybody has the right to pursue other ventures and other avenues.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, podcasting is pretty much kind of taken over in terms of how content is created and viewed.
It's free content.
Yeah,
For
you
the
know,
most part.
But they're getting ad revenue and all this other stuff. So it's a very high. What's the word I'm looking for? High potential margin, low startup cost for the most part. You can get some mics off of Amazon and a laptop, and boom, you got a podcast, right? So it's very easy to start.
Mm-hmm.
They can use their brands, their personal brand, because when you're an athlete, you're a brand. Prime example, Angel Reese with her Me Bounce. She has made herself a brand.
And she has a podcast.
Right. And she's probably making more money off a podcast than she is playing basketball.
Yes. Well, and
Flop around like a baby giraffe. but again,
Who
good
should look
on
like
her, though.
Sid from Ice Age?
Oh my gosh, with the yeah, a little bit. With the,
Yeah, can't be bad, yeah.
what do they call those fake lashes? Cumbrellas. I'm just
Oh
playing.
my
I'm
God.
playing. Yo, Angel Reese, please don't come for me. I don't need you to get your own
Hold
rebound.
on.
I'm playing. I'm
Please don't.
I'm fooling. I'm joking. Do your thing. I'm just messing around.
That's
Please,
baseball
it is
for
a,
me.
It is a joke. It's a joke. But no, I'm all for it. Like the space for this kind of content is so vast.
Yeah.
To Matt's point, like if they were more niche, like I don't want to hear Cam Newton talk about quarterbacks when he didn't jump on a fumble in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
You lost your credibility.
So you fall
Like, I don't
on
wanna
that
hear
side of that argument. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
curious.
So like I don't
You
want
put
to
no
hear
effort
that.
in.
I don't want to hear that. But like I don't blame him for wanting to pursue other ventures and try something out. Everybody's doing it, so
All I gotta say is thank God Tony Romo doesn't have a podcast.
He probably does. We
I would
play
actually be intrigued to hear his podcast.
Well, he already does it, and as he's announcing, he's like, "I would have done this in this situation." Really?
I mean,
You know, Tony Romo's talent was never the question. It was his health.
Yeah, but his
Team
decision making
around.
is horrible
decision
too.
making wasn't
I
great.
know.
Fourth quarter in the clutch, he's pick six.
He's a great announcer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
I wouldn't mind it.
Well, that's it. What did
He has
you
a
say?
great mind for the sport.
Yep.
And well, like so, for example, I don't know. He does. It's not a podcast, but ESPN and Peyton Manning. He does Peyton's Places, right? He goes around. He
Oh,
travels,
but he's got his Yeah. Okay. I see what
yeah.
you're saying.
So he'll go around and travel to different spots, talk to different people, and do things like more like interview based kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of a unique thing for Peyton Manning to do because he has that personality.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're seeing a lot of these like the Kelsey brothers have a successful podcast, but it's the same thing you hear on Reed Blankenship and Cooper DeJean's podcast. I love them both, right? But same shit. And they are very like they're not going to talk about Cumbrellas on their podcast. Let's just say that, you know.
We
So,
will on this podcast.
jokingly to like shut the fuck up. It's a joke, you know. Like so. I guess to answer the question, I'm totally for it because it gives us ammunition.
Mm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
when Paul George gets back on the court and hits the side of the backboard again, and he talks about it on his podcast. Like, remember when you said this on the record? You bum. Put the bum in Bumba Clot.
Oh
Like,
my. Where's Tom? I'm different. I don't personally care about some of the things I hear on the podcast. I like them all. I think you get an interesting perspective into the lives of some of the players. Obviously, there's a lot of trash talking still going on to this day. If you take a look at some of the podcasts between Ty Lawson, Jeff Teague, and Brandon Jennings, I thought that one was hilarious that they're all still trash. And Lou Williams, trash talking to this day. They're actually setting up a one-on-one tournament, which is actually I can't wait to see them all go one-on-one. I think some of the players it shows their personalities. We've talked before. Jeff Teague is freaking hilarious and a funny storyteller. I don't know if you've heard Patrick Beverley's podcast, but his is really good from a different point of view. He doesn't just talk basketball; he talks real life, some of the events he's gone through, some of the things he's done for the first time.
The Pat McAfee show, did that start as a podcast or was it just a show on Barstool?
It was
It was a pod that got picked up by Barstool, I
Yeah.
believe.
Pat McAfee. I like. You know
And
what?
now ESPN has it.
I
Yeah.
will say I love Pat McAfee on College Game Day, and I wouldn't have known he was like that if it wasn't for his show. So kudos to him. I'm a huge Pat McAfee fan. I think he brings that edge. I like Cam Newton's
Got a lot
podcast.
of energy.
I like Cam Newton's podcast. Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski. They tell stories of Patriots. Like
Yeah, that's a good one.
theirs is really good too. But I think there's some good ones out there. I think you just
look
gotta
at this
find
reel
them.
that popped up. It's George Pickens, new cowboy. Looks like he's in the pose, getting ready to be rode like a cowboy.
That's a very important stretch for your Kegel.
So to me, the podcast ones are pretty good. So
Yep. That's all I have. to
that's
say.
right? Look at that. We did it, and we only saw 2 Cam face palms today.
Wait,
One from each.
we got the
Nope,
hot
we're
pocket
not.
section.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we
so,
are.
Nick,
Yes.
I want to know.
I'm gonna rant about why you're not letting him say his joke.
Then you can rant about why I'm not letting him say his
No,
joke.
I'm
if
doing
that's
it.
what you're going to waste on
I'm
your
doing it.
rant.
It's just quick.
Hold on. How bad is it?
It's not that bad.
All right.
So
You get look, let him get a. Let this be the pilot, and then we'll see if this goes forward.
So you remember?
no,
that,
this
you
is
remember
my, let him pilot out his own week.
No, because I got more out of pocket stuff to say at that time.
This,
Well, listen.
This is, so for those of you who don't know, we're gonna talk about this real quick. Nick gets a Knicks rant every week because it's what people want. The crowd loves it. People like it. Matt felt jealous, and Matt wanted more than Baywood's
No.
bets. Yeah, that's basically what this is. Because he wouldn't get his own rant. Because he said, I have a rant I want to do. I said, no, Nick gets rants. You can't do a rant. He's like, well, why can't I do a rant? I said, because it's Nick's rants. Well, let me do a rant. I don't have Baywood's bets. No, it's Nick's rants.
Yeah.
So he said, what about out of pocket? I said, no. He's like, come on. So I let him talk me into it. But that's the history behind this right here. So when you don't hear it again, this is going to be
First
why.
of all, I came up with rapid fire segments, and we all do it.
Well, first of all, it's on another podcast. So
Anyway,
Hey,
hold on a second.
just give him one chance. If he makes you facepalm,
it's not going to be. First of all,
First of all,
half the
Cam and
things he said,
I
baseball.
agree with this first point.
It's the other 4 points I'm worried about.
So, do you remember how you came up with like the funniest nickname, or you found the funniest sports nickname? for
I
a
wanna
Oh,
player?
the big dumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Cal
found the
Raleigh.
actual. I found a funny sports name.
Okay.
It's
Are
a
you
NASCAR driver.
Are you done with your water?
No. His name is Dick Trickle,
Ah, no way.
NASCAR driver.
Sure, it's Richard Trickle.
Richard Trickle. Oh,
Richard Trickle.
man.
Dick Trickle, and this is where this is where me and Cam agree, because you know Dick Trickle is like a something that happens when you have like an STD, and Cam and I both believe that you need to go out and at least one time in your life get an STD.
We do?
I mean, yeah.
When did we agree to this?
At some point with the shirt that you're wearing, we agreed that you need to go out, and you haven't lived until you had yourself an STD.
It says Molly Darcy's Irish Pub.
Where do you get them from?
Where did I get a Molly Darcy shirt from?
No, the STD.
Where do I get an STD from?
Yeah.
I don't have one. I don't know where I get it from. I don't have it.
Anyway.
But being that you don't have one, should we talk to your wife and tell her what's coming down the line? She may want to know.
Another funny name, Ben Gay.
Oh, like the stuff you put on yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
thought
like
that was
icy hot.
Isn't that an ointment?
Yeah, it's like an icy hot.
Like a blue emu?
And then this one I can't even pronounce. It's
Good.
Timbia Batuka.
Good.
Who's that?
He was looked like a running back for the Panthers at one point.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on to the next part here.
And here we go.
I saw a midget,
Little person, Matthew.
Height deprived.
a vertically challenged person,
There you go.
Yes.
Oh,
putting a golf ball on a regular sized golf course. Is that still considered mini golf?
No, it's golf.
yeah.
Hang on. If a midget was playing
Little person.
professional golf, do non-vertically challenged announcers have the right to say he came up just short?
You know what? We're just not going to upload
How would they
this
see him in the sandwich?
What happened?
How would they see him in the sandwich?
We just aren't. I'm so glad we do not have a lot of people listening to us right now. This cannot happen. This is going to come back and bite us.
Is that socially acceptable though?
Is this conversation
Listen,
socially
just
acceptable?
because-
No.
Just because, like, if a little person can be a great commentator, let him cook.
Listen, it might be a little condescending what we're talking about here.
Oh my god.
This is why we won't be famous. Come back and bite us in the leg. We're going to have to literally disown Matt to move forward with this.
But
Just so you know, people, I'm okay with that.
and one last one.
Matt or money? Money.
I got one last question. I got one last question directed at Cam.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Cam has left the building.
Is there
Nope.
Is there a market for a major league midget sport, or is the bar too low?
These are like Dan Orlovsky's jokes. That's what these are. These are you know, Dan Orlovsky ends a segment with a joke. That's what this is. This is just end it with Cam with a face palm and offend as many people as you can. That's all this is. That's all this is. And you know what? This is why we won't have people listening to us, because they're gonna listen to like 3 seconds of it. Oh, this is a racist show, and then we're not gonna get any further.
I'm gonna be.
We're literally gonna have to freaking revamp the name, do like change our voices, and
Oh.
I can't. I can't.
Oh,
You got a one-way trip. That's all I'm saying. One-way trip, first
What
class.
would the sport be, Matt?
Damn. Anyway,
Oh, what inspired this whole thing?
I'm
was
not
that
sure
I
even-
forget what team it was, but there was a college sports team that wanted to recruit midgets so they could pick them up and throw them over the offensive line to score on the 1 yard line.
That's crazy.
To relate this back to, you know.
I'm not sure we have time for Nick's rants today because Nick's still laughing about Baywood's out of pocket.
I
So
do have a
I'm
rant,
not
but
sure
it's
he
gonna
has
be
a
quick.
rant today, so we may have to move on.
I have a very quick one, I promise. It'll be very quick. It'll be very quick.
Is it about the Connecticut Sun?
No, it is not.
It's about
They-
any female
They
basketball
actually
team.
covered the spread today, so I'm not mad at them.
It's about any female sport athletics.
No, it is about male sports athletics. If that's okay.
Are they part of the regular Olympics?
You're in the NFL.
Okay. I'm just making sure we're not offending anybody else.
No midgets will be harmed in
Oh.
the production of this rant.
God.
So,
I don't know if they'll get that these are jokes that might go over their head.
this is my time now.
Okay, my fault.
Your segment's over.
Okay.
And this, you heard the first and last out of pocket segment. Congratulations, Busted Coverage Podcast.
I mean, well done.
We will not be coming back.
It got canceled.
You got rapid
This
fire.
is cancel culture.
Yes.
Fans vote it back.
This will not be voted back. Hell, we will not be voted back.
All right. So now that we got all the jokes out of the way,
I doubt it, but okay, you're up.
I'm done.
it's
Nick's time.
it's time to have a serious conversation. And what I mean by that, my rant today is focused on an individual by the name of Anthony Richardson. You guys know who he is?
Yeah, quarterback for the Colts.
Quarterback for the Colts, Indianapolis Colts. So, what began as a promising prospect coming out of Florida, was drafted 4th overall in 2023.
Yep.
All the talent. Just needed a little bit of fine tuning, right? A little coaching, a little learn the ropes. A lot of hype behind him coming out of college. And now this man is on the brink of losing his job to Daniel Jones. Okay.
Isn't Mike White the other quarterback?
He's irrelevant.
Actually, I think Mike White's not even on. He's on a completely. He's in Buffalo now. Mike White's 3rd string in Buffalo. Anyway,
That's right. I've seen someone else. My fault.
this is the same Daniel Jones of New York Giants lore that could not outbeat a fucking cutlet to be the quarterback of the Giants. So they offload him, pause, and he goes to the Colts for a chance to compete to be a starter against a guy they drafted in the top 5. This is the part where I'm going to get serious here. No more funny business. Anthony Richardson's career is at stake. And he has 1 week to figure it out. They have 1 preseason game left that is going to decide who will be the week 1 starter. Will it be Daniel Jones, or will it be a top 5 draft pick who had all the promise in the world? This is a guy who pulled himself out of a game for a finger. This is a guy who pulled himself out of the game in the 4th quarter because he needed a breather. You're out of excuses. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your opportunity to create generational wealth for your family and for your future, your kids, and their kids, and kids after that. You're letting this opportunity slip to Daniel fucking Jones. Don't you feel any type of pride. Like when I watch him play, it's almost as if he does not want to be in the NFL. You know how many people would kill to have the opportunity to play in the NFL, let alone the UFL, let alone Division I football? These dudes get paid millions, and there are people out there that just simply take it for granted. Anthony Richardson is the type of person that thinks he can get away with things because of his talent, and talent alone. Anthony Richardson, I know you're not listening, but if you are, it's time to wake up and smell the fucking coffee. It's a very old expression. I don't know if you young people know it or not. The clock is ticking. You are running out of time. There aren't that many grains of sand left in your hourglass. Okay? You fucking twat. You're going to lose out to Daniel Jones. No team's going to pick you up because they see your work ethic. Learn something from Jamarcus Russell. Learn something, man. Do not learn something from Zach Wilson. Learn something from all these other busts. Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf was talented. See what happened to him?
Was it Josh Rosen, another one?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that was
Josh Rosen.
I was so high on him because he was so good, just in the wrong UCLA system, and he went to the NFL and laid an egg. He
There's
went to the
backup quarterbacks that want
Cardinals.
it more than him.
Cardinals, I believe.
And it's like, I get it. It may take a year. It may take some time. The Colts weren't that great. You're in your third season. What? It's either an injury or some foolish play at the end, or you can't grasp reading complex coverages. You were a top 5 pick. You're being paid millions of dollars. Figure it the fuck out. Because sooner rather than later, you're going to be unemployed.
Mm.
And that's not a good feeling. Trust me. There are people out there that would kill to have the opportunity you have, and you are letting it go to waste. To Daniel fucking Jones. No excuses. That's my rant. I'm done.
You know what I would say about your rant, though, in all fairness, you talked about Anthony Richardson not taking advantage of his opportunities, which, I think at some point we should have a conversation about players getting the opportunities and not taking advantage of them. Because we've said in the past, there are a lot of people out there who would love to be in your shoes. But on the flip side from Anthony Richardson, what about Daniel Jones? Because, as you said, we're using his name as a pincushion. But when he gets the opportunity, every time, he may not do good during the season, but when it's time to pick a quarterback, he steps up to the plate and plays pretty well.
Daniel Jones is going to save his career because of Anthony Richardson.
Exactly.
And
my point.
his
But it's not the first time.
lack of accountability.
Mm-hmm.
At least Daniel Jones has a sense of accountability.
So I'm going to throw this out there, and I know it's off of a rant, but we're just going to talk real quick. Matt, without saying anything offensive or aggressive. Nick's on
I'm aggressive.
He's Nick's in a serious moment right now. Serious face. How do you feel, because we're going to have a little conversation, how do you feel about athletes, and I'll use us three as an example, because we didn't try to, for the most part, but we didn't get the same opportunity or exposure, we'll say, to have the same pathway that some of these people have had. And you see how they're using their opportunity. How does that make you feel, knowing that you didn't get what Anthony Richardson got, either blessed athletically or the opportunity to do some of the things he did, and then to watch him squander it. Injuries we can't help, but sometimes it's not all injuries.
It pisses me off genuinely because you see people that you never heard of, like Tom Brady, and back when he was backup for Drew Bledsoe, step in and be the greatest of all time off an injury. He stepped in and stayed. Granted, that was the downfall of Drew Bledsoe because he couldn't stay healthy, even though he did go to the Bills after, I believe. Anyway, you got people that are hungry. Brady never stopped working, even though he was an established quarterback in the league. Year 20, he's still in the offseason working. He has his receivers down there working with them. During the COVID year, he moved away from his wife for the entire season because it was the COVID year to focus on football. He was still trying to get better in his 40s. And then you have a guy fresh out of college that is nonchalantly walking on and off, to your point, on the field when he damn well pleases.
Yeah.
And can't stay healthy, which a lot of his injuries are lack of training, I would say, lack of physical repetition. And then you got guys like Daniel Jones mentioned, who might not be very good, but is at least trying.
Yeah.
And I think that's all Nick is asking for, is for him to just try. Because we've seen what his potential was in college.
Yeah.
We've seen what his potential was even his rookie year in the NFL. And then all of a sudden he just fell off a cliff. And it's like you're losing playing time at one point to Joe Flacco at the back end of his career. Not the first time we've seen this. Nick has his hand raised.
Anthony Richardson, to me, is an example of a lot of young people in society that think just because they're young, that they have all the time in the world to right their wrongs. And the fact of the matter is, folks, and I'm spitting game right now, you don't have that much time. Because 20s go by very fast, and then you're 30. And then your 30s go by really fast when you think you have a lot of time. And then you become 40. And then it's over if you're an athlete, for the most part. And then what do you have?
Unless you,
More than likely before that.
unless you put the work in.
But
no one who's never put the work in makes it to 40.
So if any young people are listening to this, especially Anthony Richardson, which I'm sure you're not,
He might be in a couple of weeks.
You can clip that part and tag him.
act as if you don't have a lot of time. Because the clock's always ticking.
Sports is the one job, and we talked about this weeks ago when we were talking about drafts, and I said I would like to see the draft every few years and not every year. Sports is the one job in the world for a non-contract job, or a contract job, we'll say, where someone's coming for your job every year or every day. When you're under contract, someone's coming for your job.
It'd be a matter of minutes.
The very season there's a draft the next year, your job is on the line.
And let's just say that Achilles injury that Aaron Rodgers had a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It's like that could be
That very easily could have ended his career.
correct.
And I would say, I would challenge Anthony Richardson personally after that. I would say, look, go back through your NFL history books. How many careers were started because the person in front of them got hurt? Out of those started careers, how many of those people got their jobs back afterwards?
I mean, Tom Brady, what was it, Alex Jones? Not Jones.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith. Aaron Rodgers with Brett Favre at one point. I think he just switched.
Rodgers had to sit 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it's Jordan Love.
Just
about that time.
Robert Griffin lost his job after his injury.
Yep.
Never got it back.
And that was
got
what
it
Kirk
back.
came from him or no?
Yep.
Yep.
Kirk and RG3 were drafted the same year.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins potentially in Atlanta. I don't think he might get his job back, but I don't think he's getting it back right away. unless he leaves.
I mean, hell, Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush is on a team.
Yeah. Geno Smith didn't work out. Injury came.
Yep.
Went to a team.
Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Yeah. The history is full of players who did not squander their opportunity when their player got hurt. And if you've not done enough to show other teams, you are in trouble. Because the one thing in the NFL is if you try and we say you stink, but you still try, there is a system out there for you.
You'll at least get a workout.
You will get a backup. Because if you look at what Sam Darnold did in Minnesota, all the pieces were really good in Minnesota. But what he did in Minnesota, he then turned around and got a job in Seattle.
Who was it?
$100 million.
Who was it a couple of years ago? Was it Denver that was pulling people off of Walmart?
They
Was it
played
Denver?
like 6 quarterbacks in 1 year.
Yeah. So if they're willing to get someone off of Walmart and not call you,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
And this will be my very last point, I promise. Anthony Richardson, this is my last thing I'm going to say to you.
Then we're gonna do some rapid
I
fire.
acknowledge that you're talented and you have all the potential in the world, like I said. This is not about how you want to be remembered. This is about how do you want to be. You need to, it's not about proving it to me. It's about proving it to yourself at this point.
Yep.
You need to prove to yourself that you're a top-notch athlete, that you're a top-notch quarterback, because we believe you can, and you're choosing not to.
We put more effort in our flag football league than he. I tore a tendon in my right ring finger on the second play of our first game, and I didn't come out, and I played the whole season. And I paid to play. That's more heart than he has getting paid millions.
Well, and that goes back to the next point. That's a work ethic too.
Yep.
You know, when you're hurt, well, we won't go there. But yes, 2 words: Kobe Bryant. That's all I need to know.
Kyrie last year too. He
Yeah.
shot the free throws on a torn ACL.
So did Klay Thompson
Yep.
and Kobe and who? Yeah, it was. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is the only thing I'm gonna say on it. Kobe tore his Achilles.
Yep.
Walked off, shot the free throws. Tyrese Halliburton on the podcast being interviewed by, I think, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, was asked about his tearing Achilles. He said, I tried to stand up and walk off like Kobe did. I couldn't do it. I don't know how he do it. This man went to the free throw line, shot free throws, and then walked off the court. Tyrese Halliburton made him. Tyrese Halliburton said, I could not even stand. He said that's a testament to how strong that dude was.
Yep.
So, and how tough. So, again, we will not see another
And Kobe was
Bryant.
already established at that point too.
Mm-hmm.
Well
We will not
established.
see another one. We're gonna do some rapid fire real quick,
Lighten
and
the
then
mood.
I'm gonna do a quick fun fact. Did you know? And I can't wait to see. We kind of talked about it, but I just looked it up and it was a little interesting to me. So, because it has to do with Appalachian State. Would you rather have Robert Ory's career multiple championships, or have Giannis's one but be the man for that one?
Giannis.
In terms of like staying your whole career on one team and only winning one
Well, his career is still
championship.
going, so right now he's only got one.
Right.
Even if he gets 2, he won't pass Robert Ory.
But I'm just saying, but like being so like
You're the man. That one is yours. You're the man. Giannis' career ended tomorrow. You were that person, that dude. Do you want that 1, or do you want that 7? Now, and to an extent, Robert Ory is also that dude, but for a different reason. Big shot, but
I would prefer it if I was the main cog of a championship team, even if it was one time.
okay. And you were.
I said the same
You
thing.
said the same thing? Okay. I personally agree, but I'd want to be Robert Ory. I want those last second shot game winners, buddy.
True.
Those are what we live for. Although if they don't go in, those are what we die on. Next, would you rather get hurt and watch your team win a championship, or be healthy and lose the championship?
Healthy and lose. because I don't know how I'd mentally feel being hurt. I do actually. We were in the championship game, flag football, obviously not big stakes at all. You were watching it. Me and my teammate collided,
Oh yeah.
and I got knocked out for the game. And we ended up losing, so we didn't win. But
Was that in Stanford?
that was in Brantford.
Brantford?
The
Oh
dog.
yes. That's right.
I picked it off on the play that I got hurt on, and if we had won, I don't know. I'd be happy, but I don't know if I could. I wouldn't be able to celebrate properly with
no,
my
I
team.
know you'd have been pissed.
Yeah.
I'd probably rather be healthy and lose, despite the, mental anguish of defeat.
Yep.
That would be the driving factor going forward.
So this is where we differ. I personally would love to win, would love to have played, but I would not rather be, but I would be okay with being healthy and I'm hurt and my team wins, but I would still find ways to contribute.
Hurt during the game or hurt before?
I'm with the team 24/7 either way, so to me it wouldn't matter. If I can't play, I can't play.
So if I get hurt in the game, at least I might have had some impact and be there with them. But
So let
if
me put it
I'm-
this way: if we need a specific, because you're right, it could change the way you were thinking. You get to the final four, you don't play either game. You're
Yeah.
hurt. You're hurt in the Elite Eight game.
Yeah.
Last play, your team wins. You're hurt. You can't play in the Final Four game. You can't play in the championship game, but your team wins. Versus playing both games and losing
I would do both games.
and lose.
Yep.
So,
I would. If I got there, I'd rather my team win.
There would be something missing of not playing on the biggest stage, in my opinion.
It goes the other way. You could have one. You'd have a 1 of 20, 1 of 15 game. Maybe the reason they lost.
At least I know that I know I wouldn't be able to put anything else out there.
That's fair.
There would be a lot of
I'd rather
questions
go out
unchecked.
swinging than to not getting it back.
Yep. That's a great way to put it.
Fair. Okay. Next one. A little fun here. Would you rather work with Skip Bayless or Stephen A?
Stephen A.
Skip.
Really? You'd rather with Skip Bayless?
Yep.
Oh my.
I want to tell him off so bad
Oh, you can't.
on a daily basis. Wait, work with as in
They're
on a
co-hosts.
show?
They're co-hosts.
Oh yeah, Skip.
Stephen A. I feel like me and Stephen A in a debate would be the funniest thing on television. Personally.
I think the world wants to see two middle fingers go up on national television straight in Skip Bayless's face.
Oh my goodness. I think they've already seen that. They just had to edit the video. Interesting. That's very interesting, actually. Interesting.
I love Stephen A, but
What taking? Okay, so my next question's gonna be this, and then we'll wrap it up. If you could host any show that we watch for sports, what would it be? NFL Zone, Sports Center, all three of us are gonna pick one, and I know exactly what show I'm picking because it would be my dream. I would love it. Dream job. Would you like me to go first?
Yes.
College Game Day.
That's a good one.
I would host College Game Day. Basketball and football, or either one. I would not care. I would host either one of those, and that would be my dream.
Oh, I got mine.
What's yours?
I don't know if you guys remember this show or not, but Center Stage.
Ooh.
I would take the place of Michael Kay,
Okay.
where they basically it's like a talk show but for athletes.
Mm-hmm. What would you host?
inside the NBA,
Inside? That's a good one.
and I would replace Charles Barkley.
You can't replace
That's you
Chuck.
can't replace that. You just put yourself on there.
No, replace anybody.
That's so funny.
Replace Kenny Smith.
He ain't
Nah,
win a
it
ring
would-
either.
it would
Actually, you know what?
realistically
He-
be Kenny.
He ain't win no ring either. He can't replace. He replaces Charles.
Yeah, he's good.
I want a ring, but I bought
Those
it.
those
Fuck you, baby.
those-
got one ring. I got 4.
You know, babe, we need to go hang with those big old women in San Antonio.
Oh, man, he too skinny for them big old women.
So we're gonna talk about Full Circle coming real quick
Pause.
with your eyelashes, right? So we're gonna stop, whatever. So we're gonna full circle moment here, guys. I just wanna look at one more thing. But full circle moment coming with some stuff we talked about a few weeks ago. I'm gonna butcher his name. The Tennessee quarterback transfer.
Unbelievable.
Amaluma Leva. Yeah, him.
Oh yeah, Nico Iaman, whatever.
transferred to UCLA.
Yes. Is he back at Tennessee?
No, he's
Oh.
still at UCLA. Nick brought up Appalachian State. Appalachian State's quarterback transferred
Yes.
to UCLA
I did hear that.
and just transferred to Tennessee.
Yeah, because Nick went there.
Because Nick went there
Yeah.
and was just named the starting quarterback of Tennessee. So kudos to him.
Hey, let's
because
go, man.
what did we say earlier about the concept of people playing in a D1 AA school, getting the opportunity to play in a big school? Now, again, we don't call it D1 AA, it's just Division 1. But
Does Tennessee play UCLA?
no, I
this year?
just left. I wanted to see.
Ah,
But
man.
I will say this, because of the drama around it,
Bowl game, make it happen.
watch it happen for a bowl game.
Oh, love it.
And Nico cannot leave to go to the NFL this year, I believe. I think he's got one more year.
I think so.
So he should play in the bowl game. And if this happens, Aguilar will play in the bowl game. And I think Tennessee, UCLA, outside of the playoff, will be the most watched bowl game in the country.
That would be. Is that your jam prediction?
That
for
would be
this
my
week?
jam prediction of this week. Because obviously we won't hear it till January. But that's what I will do. I am back on the show, ladies and gentlemen. I will be here, although we will not be here next week.
Can I make one special shout out before we go?
Yeah, shout us something out. Is
I
it a
know
listener?
No, it's actually Little League Baseball. Fairfield, Connecticut has advanced to the round of 16 in the Little League World Series.
Oh, they did.
nice.
They are playing tomorrow night on ESPN at 7 o'clock. They're playing South Dakota in the round of 16. So I just wanted to shout out.
Good for us.
They've won. They're 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
So,
Fairfield?
yeah,
Okay,
Fairfield,
Fairfield, Connecticut. We see what we're
Shout
doing
out.
now.
I wanted to cover this too, and it's a sneak peek to next week.
We're not doing one next week.
Next time I host,
Oh.
which is in 2 weeks.
What if they lose by then?
I'm gonna shout them out.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Shout
you know
out.
what? Hey, they're 2-0. It's a double elimination tournament.
That
So
is good.
They got at least 2 more
They
games.
are 2 wins away from the U.S. championship game.
And we have had teams in Connecticut win in the past, I believe. So we'll have to look that up
So,
for our show. But we have
Shout
had
out
teams
to
win.
Fairfield, Connecticut.
Absolutely.
Their ace's name is Luca. I don't know if that's a
Foreshadowing. anything?
coincidence. I don't know. Luca Magic. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
actually, when Baywood comes back,
He throws 71 miles an hour. I don't know from the hill.
We were
Shit.
77.
no, I was gonna say when
No,
Baywood.
he-
Oh,
throws
I
71.
got you. Yeah, my
It's the
fault.
MLB equivalent of 93. He's like 12 years old. Kid's butt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fairfield.
Foreshadowing. I wanted to bring it up as one topic. I didn't think of it until just now, so we can't talk about it. But
But
wet your whistle here. Did you get a chance to look at the NBA Christmas Day games?
no.
Did you look at them? They suck. So we will talk about that because I have a theory why they suck this year.
Oh.
I do have a theory. It has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with I don't think the games would have outshined the NFL games that are on Christmas this year.
Oh.
Which I did not check. I'm not foreshadowing. I don't know which the ones they are, but based off the matchups that I'm seeing. Side note: the Pacers didn't get one, and they were just in the finals. I get Halliburton's hurt, but don't disrespect the rest of the team.
Well, I know the Vikings and Lions are playing on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
So not all the games are good. So
Interesting.
NFL killed the
Okay.
ratings
we
last
will
year, too.
we will talk about that
Interesting.
hopefully next time. Baseball schedules dropped. I mean, football schedules have dropped. Basketball schedules have dropped. I think hockey schedules are next. By the time we do this again, they might be out
You gotta be coming out soon. Yeah.
because we
It's
will be
not
at the
as
end of the month of
imperative.
September.
to cover that, though.
No,
We're
no,
pretty much
no.
the same schedule every year.
No,
just
but
different dates.
it's just what do you look for? Like, is there a game or like don't you have an outdoor classic?
Yeah, that's usually Pittsburgh versus Boston.
So, stuff like that. It'll be interesting. I'm excited. Sports season starting.
I don't know
Oh,
if
my last
everything
question,
does that.
my last rapid fire one was this. My fault. Because I was thinking about it the other day. We have no sports in the summer. If you could extend or move one sport to the summer so we had sports year round, what would it be?
I wouldn't.
You know what I would do?
I would do one, and I'll tell you which one after.
I would shorten the Major League Baseball season
Uh-huh.
and start it on Memorial Day.
In May?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they usually start late March, early April.
Mm-hmm.
I would
So-
start it at the end of May, and it runs until Labor Day.
So are you May, June, July? Okay, so you're shortening it by a lot.
Oh, well, no, sorry. The regular season would end Columbus Day weekend.
Okay. Is that because you think that by the time summer hits, there's a lot of baseball going on and they're just tired of
It
it?
makes it more interesting.
Basketball playoffs, hockey playoffs, football's over, and I think with the start of baseball later,
Mhm.
it would be more fresh. Like, oh, it's a new season,
Mm.
and it's June, where they've only played like 5 games, and now it's summer.
Yeah.
And then you could move the All-Star game to
More games.
the
are-
end of July near the deadline, or August, whatever. And yeah,
I would
more games become imperative.
I would play around with basketball and hockey, to be honest. That would be my guess. Either one. And I only say it because they use the same facilities for the most part. So I think extending one through the summer, they're both indoor. But I would move basketball, to be honest.
yeah. Say if you had
Because
between the two, I would pick
what they
basketball.
did a while ago was years ago they did a game between the Knicks and I think the Pacers, outdoors on a tennis court. And I would like to see them bring a few outdoor games back. And I think
That'd be fun.
you could do
That
that
would
during
be
the
fun.
summer.
The Knicks and Nets should play at Rucker Park.
I make it Wimbledon.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Make it happen. They did it at the. I think moving basketball to it's a long season anyway. I would do a January start. Let hockey have the first half of the year. Give the basketball players December. We'll start December. Christmas is big, I guess.
Right after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving. And then let the regular season go into
NBA Finals,
April, May.
July.
Yeah,
July
let
4th.
the season go into July. It's no big deal. Hockey will be over at some point, and it'll be strictly basketball. Hockey will get their moment. Basketball gets their moment, and you're not missing anything. And from a money standpoint, owners, you now have the opportunity to not move games around on times. So your scheduling might be less back-to-backs. You could look at it that way because no one's booking the arena, so you don't
Joel
have to play.
Embiid would love that.
Well, if he plays again. So that's our night. It'll be fun to talk about. Matt's yawning. He's got work in the morning, so we're gonna
Short
let him
week,
go.
though.
Short week,
Not a mid
because
joke.
he's heading out of town. And I'm happy to be back with these two, loser and idiot, and Nick, to continue putting my hand on my face because these two just make me shake my head all the time. So, Liz, Liz, you're gonna have to come watch one of these shows live. I know you'll hear this eventually because you'll die with these two. Thank you for listening.
Hey, love you guys.
I think that's it. Thanks, guys. See you in 2 weeks.